Zimbabwe, where sunlight only penetrates through the dense canopy of trees, covering the thick layer of rotten leaves. The humid air is heavy. The chirping of birds and the rustling of insects combine with the sound of the wind to create a lively and creepy song. But under that seemingly peaceful layer of rotten leaves, a terrifying killer is hiding. Zimbabwe jungle, the terrifying hunt of the Gaboon snake. The Zimbabwe jungle appears like a deep green maze, where sunlight only penetrates through the dense gaps of leaves, leaving streaks of light on the ground. The bustling sounds of birds chirping, gibbons howling, and insects chirping together create an endless song. But behind that seemingly peaceful picture are countless lurking dangers. Because in the darkness of the tree canopy and under the thick layer of rotten leaves, there are always silent killers, ready to turn the forest into an arena of death. From under the thick layer of rotting leaves, a gentle movement makes the forest floor vibrate. It is the Gaboon snake, the notorious killer of the African jungle. With a length that can reach 2 meters and a body weighing more than 8 kilos, it is one of the largest snakes on the continent. Its large, flat, triangular head, with intricate patterns of brown, yellow, black, and purple, blends perfectly with the dry leaves on the ground, making it a master of camouflage. In particular, the Gaboon possesses a pair of fangs up to 5 centimeters long, the longest in the snake world, strong enough to penetrate deep into the body of its prey and inject a fatal amount of venom. Its venom not only destroys tissue, but also causes blood clotting and attacks the circulatory system, causing the victim to quickly collapse. Unlike aggressive snakes that often chase their prey, the Gaboon chooses to lie still, ambushing for hours, even days. Just one careless step out of reach, it would spring up like a spring and strike a quick, terrifyingly accurate bite. In the thick layer of rotten leaves under the forest canopy, a small, timid forest mouse rummaged for seeds. The crackling sound echoed in the quiet space. It was completely unaware that just a few steps away, death was lying motionless under perfect camouflage. The air seemed to freeze, tense to the point of suffocation. Then, in a split second, Gaboon struck. The animal struggled weakly, but the venom spread so quickly that it only had time to tremble a few times before lying motionless on the carpet of leaves. Marabou slowly approached, opened its giant mouth wide, and swallowed its prey in the absolute silence of the old forest. The hunt ended quickly, as if there had never been a tiny life in that layer of rotten leaves. In the wild, sometimes the most dangerous person is not the one who moves the fastest, but the one who hides the best. And Gaboon is the embodiment of that deadly silence. In another corner of the Zimbabwe jungle, the scene takes on a completely different tone. Where the bright sunlight shines straight through the gaps between the treetops, shining down on the small stream winding under the moss-covered rocks. The murmur of flowing water blends with the echoing sound of insects, creating a lively but tense rhythm. Right in that seemingly cool place, a giant is silently stirring, a predator that does not need venom, relying only on absolute strength to spread terror. From among the bushes along the stream bank, a giant shadow slowly slithers out. It is the African rock python, the silent giant of the jungle. Measuring over 6 meters in length and weighing over 90 kilos, its body is a massive mass of muscle covered in mottled brown, yellow, and black scales, helping it blend in perfectly with the jungle floor. Its flat head, cold amber eyes, and powerful jaw muscles make it a true hunting machine. Unlike venomous snakes, African rock pythons rely on muscle power. They silently ambush, then lunge forward and squeeze their prey with their huge muscle bands, suffocating the victim to death before being swallowed. Their prey ranges from small rodents, monkeys, birds, to antelopes, and even young crocodiles. Rock pythons can swallow prey almost as large as their bodies, thanks to their jaws that can expand to their maximum. After a large meal, they can survive for weeks, even months, without hunting. During the breeding season, which usually falls during the rainy season, female pythons lay 20 to 80 eggs in caves or rock crevices. What is special is that the mother will curl up around the nest to protect and keep warm, a rare behavior in giant snakes. Baby pythons are nearly 70 centimeters long when they hatch, but must become independent from a very early age to survive in the harsh world. Despite being a giant predator, the African rock python still has natural enemies. Large crocodiles, lions, leopards, and African wild dogs are always the top threats. The African rock python is a clear testament to muscular strength and patience in hunting, a silent giant but capable of spreading terror throughout the Zimbabwean jungle. Far from the dense forest canopy, the scene gradually opens up. The bright sunlight reflects on the vast surface of the Zambezi River and Lake Kariba, where each ripple looks like silver in the sun. Right at the junction of the forest and the river, another ruler is calling out loudly, a familiar, powerful sound, signaling the appearance of the symbol of the Zimbabwean sky. On a high tree branch by the lake, wingspans of more than 2 meters suddenly spread out, revealing the majestic silhouette of the African fish eagle, the symbol of the Zimbabwean sky. Its dark brown plumage stands out against the pure white chest. Its white head contrasts strongly under the sunlight, giving it an unmistakable majestic appearance. Its bright yellow eyes scan the sparkling water, and its sharp, hooked beak gleams with a deadly aura. The fish eagle has strong legs with long, curved claws, ideal for locking onto and lifting struggling fish under the water. It doesn't need to lurk for long. Just a few precise wing strokes and dives are enough to become a nightmare for creatures under the deep blue water. Its bright yellow eyes dive deep into the calm water, where even the smallest ripple cannot escape its sharp vision. The school of silver-glistening fish swims near the surface, completely unaware of the grim reaper watching from above. Every muscle on its majestic body tenses, waiting for the perfect moment. Then, in a split second, it spreads its wings and dives down. In a flash, it lifted its prey from the water, its wide wings flapping strongly, sending its massive body soaring into the air. Against the backdrop of the deep blue sky, the eagle raised its head high, holding its still flailing prey in its talons, asserting its absolute position as the ruler of the Zimbabwean sky. The last ripples dissipated, leaving a peaceful space stretching across the sparkling water. However, on a lakeside sandbank, a completely different scene appeared. Amidst the rising dust and heat, tall, lanky figures slowly approached, their red bald heads and giant beaks like blades. It was the appearance of the most fearsome opportunist in this land, the Marabou stork, the carrion-eating ghost of Africa. On the dry lakeside sandbank, the Marabou stork appeared with a strange and creepy appearance. Up to 1.5 meters tall, with a wingspan of nearly 3 meters, a skinny body, and long gray legs like wooden poles. Its bald head, mottled red skin, and the large leather bag hanging from its neck gave it a both scary and sickly appearance. The giant beak, long and straight like a blunt blade, is the perfect tool for digging up carrion or attacking small prey. Marabou are notorious scavengers, often gathering in large groups around animal carcasses, ready to compete with vultures. However, they do not refuse the opportunity to hunt. Fish, frogs, small reptiles, even baby birds or rodents can become meals. With sharp beaks and quick pecks, they easily finish off small creatures, supplementing their diverse diet. During the breeding season, they nest in large trees, in flocks of hundreds of individuals. The rough nest is made of branches, lined with some dry grass. Each brood, the female stork lays 2 to 3 eggs, which are incubated by both parents for about a month. The newly hatched chicks are weak and completely dependent on their parents until they have enough feathers to learn to fly. However, when they leave the treetops where their flocks are raising their young, the lives of Marabou storks become more difficult than ever. In order to survive and continue to nurture the new generation, they are forced to rush into risky hunting on the hot lake shore. On the edge of the lake, a Marabou stork stands silently, its long legs submerged in the shallow water. Its cold eyes are fixed on the water surface, waiting for the moment when the small fish is careless. In a flash, its giant beak swoops down, catching a struggling fish. Marabou raises its head high, the bait still wriggling in its beak. It seems like the meal is definitely its. But from the deep blue sky, a giant black shadow swoops down. The battle breaks out. In a flash, the fish was snatched away. The fish eagle soared high with a powerful cry, leaving the Marabou stork standing silently by the water's edge. The opportunist now defeated by the absolute power of the sky. On the sandbank by the lake, the Marabou stork quietly strode, its giant gray wings gently spreading under the hot sun. Despite having just lost to the ruler of the sky, it continued to look for new opportunities. Because in this harsh world, life only belongs to those who know how to be patient and accept their role. In the middle of the Zimbabwe jungle, where light filters through the dense canopy and the water sparkles in the sun, the cycle of survival never stops. Here, the strong can become the weak in an instant, and every encounter can be exchanged for blood and death. Which do you think makes Gaboon more dangerous? Its record-long fangs or its perfect camouflage? Leave a comment below the video. And don't forget to hit the bell. Subscribe so you don't miss the next wildlife survival series.